I'm Pete Zelinski, and this is part of a video series in which we are demythologizing DMLS, Direct Metal Laser Solidification, laser powder bed fusion, overcoming some of the misconceptions around this technology. I'm speaking with Ankit Saharan. He is the Metals Technology Director with the Additive Minds group at EOS. Hello, Ankit.
Hi, Pete.
This topic we're about to talk about feels to me like it's arguably the most important in this series. Measurement and qualification. If we're gonna do production, we have to validate it. We have to inspect. We have to qualify. With laser powder bed fusion, there is a lot going on. It involves a controlled phase change of the metal. In a sense, the material properties on the inside are being made at the same time that the external geometry is being made. So how do we validate a process that works that way or a part made that way? Is the qualification challenge as great as we imagine it to be? So get us into this. What is the starting point for thinking about qualification of additive manufacturing?
When you're talking about qualification, it all depends on requirements. What are you looking to establish? What are you looking to qualify against? What is your part intention and what are you trying to produce? It could be an aerospace bracket or a turbo machinery part, could have fatigue and crack growth as requirements, or something as a tool in a high pressure die casting. It could have thermal conductivity, hardness, or impact toughness as one of the requirements. There's something in consumer space where it could be more about surface finish and dimensional tolerance to be as requirements. The more clear you are on that, the easier for us to define what you need to do to prove that you've got a qualified process.
Here's why I think that deserves so much emphasis, because when you say define the requirements, you're kind of saying understand exactly why we're using laser powder bed fusion and what we hope to achieve. And the reason that's such a poignant question is because with other processes, there are certain parts we make through casting because we figured out generations ago that casting is what gets us to what we want out of this part. That requirement defining exercise was done long ago and we don't necessarily think about it anymore. With a newly introduced process with new freedoms and possibilities, there is this kind of ground level thinking of what exactly is it important to achieve.
What we and everyone in the industry uses is IQ, OQ, PQ. IQ stands for installation qualification, OQ stands for operational qualification, and PQ stands for performance qualification. The first step is typically installation qualification, which basically means that you are installing the machines to recommended OEM specifications, and you're verifying that they are within those specifications. The next step is what we call operational qualification. And here we're trying to measure or qualify a machine's operational performance. And once you achieve that, then you move towards performance qualification, where additive is a very complex process where you're not only defining the microstructure of the material, but also forming the geometry. And here's where that is being tested in PQ, performance qualification, where you're not testing coupons or density cubes or material performance, where you're actually testing performance of your parts coming out of the process. You're probably checking, are my part requirements being met on dimensionally? Are my part is behaving the way it's supposed to be in an actual application through test?
What technology changes in and around laser powder bed fusion have helped with qualification?
Some of the major advances that have been made on helping with qualification essentially are process monitoring technologies, talking both with regards to sensor as well as software and data analytics that comes with it.
Are we over measuring laser powder bed fusion parts?
Yes, we are. We are over measuring additive parts, I would say, to some degree with good intentions. At some point, we've noticed that statistical process control methods now come into play, where testing intervals at the beginning are very frequent, take a lot more relaxed approach as and when confidence is gained. It's a very common thing with other manufacturing techniques as well.
Are established manufacturing processes held to the same standards of qualification?
Traditional methods are definitely not held up to the same standards, and probably because they're all legacy processes, they're grandfathered in. Like you said earlier, We always used to make a part with castings, and we figured out that's how that works because that meets our needs. Because there, the requirements followed after the manufacturing. On the flip side, it's good that additive is applied to such high standards because it helps ensure that we don't leave any box unchecked.
Thanks for watching. We've done other installments on laser powder bed fusion and what it's capable of today. Check out other videos in this series.